I really enjoy doing it. It's a very rewarding experience. I get a lot back from hanging out with you guys, specifically the kid I mentor. It teaches me a lot about how to interact with people. So I hope I teach him the same things from interacting with me, and also it's very rewarding. I learn a lot from you guys about what's going on, what you're dealing with, that kind of thing. So it's really, I really enjoy it. No, I don't consider myself a hero. I think I look up to a lot of people, my parents in particular, I have some family members, and there's some other people as well. But there are other people, I consider heroes. People that do the kind of things I do at the Boys and Girls Club. People that do that like all the time. I think Miss Cheryl, I think she's a hero. I think Kingsley, who works outside, I think he's a hero. That kind of stuff. I was in the military. It was really incredible getting to work with another set of people. Yeah, it did. There were definitely some hard times, but it was a lot of hard work. It was very rewarding. You learn a lot about your difficult situations and situations where you have to leave your comfort zone, not comfortable with, where you have to do things, challenging things. That's where you really learn a lot about yourself. So I think it's important that as people to grow, we always need to. I'm getting better interacting with people, especially people your age, because it's different. Even though I consider myself very young, there's a couple lifetime experience between somebody who's my age, 27, and somebody who's in high school. It's like two different worlds. So I get to see what's going on in your world and how you interact, the kind of things that you're concerned with, and in turn that kind of helps me to kind of give you the information and the kids I work with the information that might help them. Put it in terms that they can understand. They didn't like it at first, like you said, as any parents wouldn't. It was after 9/11, so there was, we were in Iraq and Afghanistan at the time, so they weren't very thrilled. But after I explained it to them and they understood, it really represented my values, especially the one I mentioned before about service, duty to your country, the people that represent it, respect, leadership, those kind of things. And once I explained it to them in that respect, they understood it. They never really liked it, but they were always very supportive. Both my grandfathers were both World War II veterans, and I really looked up to them. And they're, I remember growing up hearing stories, sitting on Grandpa's knee about, the war and stuff like that. And I thought that was incredible. So. Yeah. Going back to what I said before about not knowing what you want, I didn't really know what I want. When I got to college, I knew I wanted to be in the Army, and then I figured I would just take a 4-year break in between. But as I think we all know from time to time, when you don't go to class and you don't do your homework, you don't get good grades. And for my case, I figured this out about 2 years in. My end of my sophomore year, my grades weren't very good. I realized if I didn't start working, I had to start going to class, which I wasn't doing, and I had to start doing homework, and if I had trouble with something, then I'd get a tutor, because I knew that commitment to getting all that done would allow me to, be in the Army, be in the military, because if I didn't graduate, I couldn't be in the Army. So, understanding what I wanted, what my goal was, which was being in the Army after 4 years of college, I had to really focus myself on my studies, homework, that kind of thing, and I can say from experience that you should need to do that the whole time. I wish I would have done that all 4 years instead of the last year and a half. So I consider that a setback. I received a lot of help throughout my life, high school, college, in the Army, and even afterwards. You always receive help from people who've done it before, a lot of times with people older. And I wanted to share what I learned with other people. I just want to take the information, keep it for myself. I'm not really competing with anyone. I want everybody to be as happy, as, I guess, successful, as you want to say, as I want to be. I want that for everybody. I don't wish ill will on anyone, but I wanted to share that with everybody. I wanted to share some of the things that I've learned, because I think I've been in similar experiences. I could share some insight. The hard part was getting back into your heads and seeing where you are, because like I said, it's very hard when you're removed from that for so long. So I understand what the kind of social pressures you guys were in, and the kind of stuff that you guys thought about other than school, what else was going on. Stuff with family, stuff at home, stuff with your friends. You're in a whole different world, and to me it's like, oh, you're just in high school, whatever, who cares? Do your homework and go to bed, but that's not what it's all about. When I was that age, I was in the same situation. I had 8 different things going on. The last thing I wanted to do was homework. So that was part of it. I wanted to share with you guys what I learned through those setbacks, through not knowing what I wanted, through not doing my homework, through not being focused. I wanted to share with you what I'd seen and how I'd learned, and more or less how I messed up that way, and how people helped me figure that out.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Thank you, Joel. Juanita, thanks.